A passenger who was on board the Cambodian cruise cut short by the coronavirus outbreak has arrived back in the country to find she did not need her temperature checked. 15 New Zealand passengers and one crew member on board the Westerdam were cleared to disembark at the weekend. Some asked for assistance to find flights home, and so far all but 3 have returned to the country. RNZ spoke to one of the cruise ship passengers shortly after she arrived at Auckland International Airport today. Amy Williams filed this report.
Maria Angus and her parents arrived back in the country today after getting off the Westerdam cruise ship in Cambodia on Saturday. Their cruise was cut short when the ship was denied entry to Japan due to the COVID-19 outbreak. And then the vessel was also refused entry at 3 other ports. It wasn't the holiday the 20-year-old student imagined when they booked a year ago to celebrate a friend's 60th birthday.
It was a little bit frustrating because we didn't know where we were going to end up, and we were trying to book flights home and stuff. But also the crew were amazing and they put on a lot of activities and stuff. Like, we definitely weren't bored.
Ms Angus says when they were off the cruise ship, they found out a fellow passenger, an elderly woman, had been diagnosed with COVID-19 when she arrived in Malaysia.
I haven't had contact with an 83-year-old that I'm aware of, so I wasn't really concerned. The people we were travelling with weren't concerned. And also, like, the hygiene measures and stuff that went on board were amazing.
Undeterred, Ms Angus and her parents spent a few days in Phnom Penh before flying to Bangkok, where they were given health checks and had their temperatures taken before continuing on to Auckland. She says New Zealand immigration had their names flagged, and being symptom-free, they were simply given information and advice. They did not have their temperatures checked.
We've been told to kind of self-isolate, but we're taking, because we haven't been through mainland China and all of that, they're not too concerned. So I've just got to check in with school and like that and see where they stand on it. So it's kind of just us more asking individually our work and that sort of thing, rather than properly self-quarantining for 2 weeks.
The Director General of Health, Ashley Bloomfield, says the people who were on the Westerdam are not in the same risk category as those returning from the Diamond Princess. He says they are only testing people at the border who show symptoms of being unwell.
Another group of 8 that have travelled back arrived today, have been met and checked by public health staff, are now going into self-isolation for 14 days as well, with a little bit more intense contact. So the public health unit will be in daily contact with those people who are in self-isolation.
House of Travel Commercial Director Brent Thomas says some people are cancelling cruises booked for this year.
There's certainly been a number of people who have come into store to inquire about what their options are, and we're working through those on a case by case. So there's definitely some people who have cancelled, and there are certainly some people who are looking to postpone if they can do that. But the vast majority are still going.
Mr Thomas says most cruises around Southeast Asia are still going ahead, but those rescheduled to call into ports in China are being redeployed.
What we are likely to see is a movement of the ships to closer to home, so we're going to see some more out of Australia. We know that's a very popular destination to take cruises.
The world's largest cruise association, Cruise Line International, has 270 cruise ships under its umbrella worldwide, sailing the seas with strict hygiene and health precautions. The association's latest figures show 112,000 New Zealanders took a cruise in 2018. Ms Angus and her travel companions hope to be counted among those soon. They've been given a full refund for the cruise and the same amount to spend on a future cruise.
We're definitely disappointed, but we did get like a full refund for the cruise that we went on. We've got 100% of what we paid on this cruise to take off the next one we do. Like, we're technically getting 2 free holidays, which we're going to make the most of and just book again and hopefully go to the same places.
Ms Angus says they'll wait for travel restrictions to be lifted. For Checkpoint, Amy Williams.